I met a gypsy.
And so people, you kept it pretty quiet, obviously. Like, being a dude that's a front runner in the event, you're not exactly going to try and broadcast the fact that, like, how bad the injury is. But basically, to let people know, you did a road ride with Dad on this. What did you ride, your Super Duke? Or?
Yeah, I just rode my Super Duke basically for probably about 150 Ks on tarmac. Basically, so
that's the first ride back.
That was like the first ride on a motorcycle. So I had the injury, done the injury in Abu Dhabi. Basically, the next day I went and flew out straight. I was meant to fly home to Australia. So I was more cheesed off and everything and angry at that I wasn't coming home to try and get everything sorted and prepped and ready for Dakar. So. But yeah, at the end of the day, I had a wrist injury and I had to go to Spain. So I went and seen the doctor there, and they threw me in pretty much straight away for the surgery, and put that, I think they call it hexcus screw or something, I think it's called, whatever, and basically just screwed the scaphoid back together so it wasn't spread apart, or giving it its best chance to try and heal, I guess, in 3.5, 4 weeks before the race started. So the doctor there said he was confident that I'd start the race, but he said I can't guarantee what it's going to feel like after the 10 days of race. It's just how you feel, and away you go. So he's done surgeries on MotoGP riders and stuff, and they've had the surgery on the Monday, and then they've raced done the practice and qualifying and racing and everything on the Saturday, Sunday. So like a week later, but that's playing with a motorcycle that's on tarmac, so there's no bumps.
And for one day.
And for one day of racing. So, they said it was definitely possible to ride, but they just didn't know how long it would actually put up with the punishment. So it was definitely no doubt in actually getting to the start line, but just the biggest doubt was not knowing what my result would have been, and I definitely didn't want to go over there and just try and finish a race and then be sitting back in 30th place and whatnot. But then at the end of the day, you got to think about the health a little bit. But we're just, every day that ticked off, we're still in the hunt and in the running for being on a podium. We're in the top 5. So it showed that we were still doing the right things. But I still, even till probably day 8 or maybe day 9, like, it was not really then until I started to think we could still be within a chance to try and win the thing. So we just like I say, you just had to keep saddling up and try and get the job done.
So you did the road ride, which is like probably 150 Ks on the Super Duke, and then you did one day at QMP, right? So I just did basically one day at QMP. So we did the road ride the day before, just to see how the hand would feel, what it would do, how it would flare up overnight. Because you were getting, like, it was real tingly and numb, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, still at the moment, like, I've still got, like, the pad, I guess, part of the thumb. I've still got a bit of numb feeling on that. And then after the day of road riding, I was just getting like a bit of a numb hand, numb fingers and stuff. So I just thought straight away from the start, just riding on the road, I was going to be in for a mission. But I got back home and just basically did the same thing, just iced everything up and tried to relax and just try and get a bit of movement back into it. And then loaded the bike up for the next day and went out to QMP, and luckily enough I made a call through to Stephen Gall. He had a free day that he'd kind of
did the wrist brace stuff.
Did the wrist brace stuff and that with us. So he
did that help in the race? Yeah,
for sure. That
you
thing,
can really feel it, eh? Because Kenny still runs it. I think on both now.
I think he runs them on both. So it's it limits your movement, so it's not the greatest thing to be trying to ride with on a motorcycle, because you need a lot of wrist movement to ever how the angle of the motorcycle is going to go. So it was just I just knew if my wrist went past a certain point, like backwards, if it just stretched too much, it would have put me out of the race straight away. So Gawley come out, basically just we tried to ride just with some strapping tape first, just to see how it would feel, and basically I did 5 laps around QMP on the motocross track, and the thing started to flare up pretty quickly. So we then added a little bit more strapping tape just to try and make it a bit firmer and just see if we could get more laps in that area, in that direction. which I think we ended up being about the same amount of laps, was 5-6 laps. And then, that's when then Gawley pretty much brought out the wrist brace and said we'll run with this and just see how it goes. So basically just kind of goes up the forearm a little bit, and instead of just actually just putting a whole heap of load through the wrist, it kind of spreads the load from the hand up into the forearm, so it just reduces the amount of movement. And then it just took away that little bit of a sharp stabbing pain of being like pushing straight through into the handlebars. And without that thing, I think would have been virtually impossible, because like there in the rally there, a lot of things can come up unknown, and if you drop off a dune, a bit further on in the talk, we can definitely go into what Pablo did in the last day. If I did that on day 1 or day 10, for sure, I would probably nearly be stopping right there. So, but then a drop like that, you're going to do a lot of other damage as well. So it's just we just try to minimise, trying to basically take away as much as we could where we could, and put up with it.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search GYPSY Tales in your favourite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. GYPSY Gang.